Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. In this video we will be making a working door. Okay, so firstly we need a door. So since I didn't have the starter content, we'll add that now. So we can click content browser, then go to add, and then add features or content pack. And then we can go to content, then the starter content, and say add to project. Okay, so once that is added to the project, we should have a door. So we can go to starter content, we can go to props, and then there will be the door. Let me just see if there's a collision for this door quickly. So drag it in, press play. Okay, so this door has no collision. So let's just add a collision in. Just double click into it. Okay, then we can get on the top here, re-import mesh with diagonal, dialog, and then collision. So we can just add a collision. Add box simplified collision. That should do. We can just press save. And if we play, that should have a collision. Yeah, it has collision, so we can't go through it now. Okay, so let's make the door blueprint. So contents, I'm going to go into my blueprints folder that I created, and I'll right click, then go to blueprint class, and then we would want to use the actor. So once you create the actor, I'm going to name it bp_door. Once you create it, you can go into it. Okay, once it's open up, we can go to the left hand side to add. We want to add a static mesh. Okay, so we want a static mesh, and this one we can just name it as door. Then on the right hand side under the details panel, we will find static mesh, and we just want to select the door that we just imported. So it will be SM door. In this case there's a block that says SM door, but that's not the one we want. We want the actual SM door. So if we click on it, it will have the door. Okay, then I want to add another static mesh. You can do it, you don't have to do the step, but it just makes it easier for when you're placing the doors in the stage. Another static mesh, and this one will be the door frame. Let's just drag it above that one. We don't want it to be locked to it. So door frame. Okay, we just reposition it quickly. Okay, this little icon with the the grid, that's how many spaces you can move at a time. That should be fine. Compile it and save. Now we want to go to the event graph. If we look above the door, there will be a viewport, construction script, and then event graph. We want to go to the event graph. Now you can delete these if you want to, or you can just go to the bottom. We want to add in the interface, the interact interface. So we will click on class settings, and then on the right side, all the way at the bottom by implement interfaces, we add the interact that we created, interact interface. If you haven't created the interact interface, you can check my last video how to create one. So once you got the interact interface, you will double click onto it and it will add it in. So from here we want a flip-flop. So it's this one that's got like the N looking thing that says flip-flop. So from A we want a timeline. It will be add timeline at the bottom. This one will be door open. open/close. So I'm going to name it door open/close, open close. Okay, once we created that, we can double click in, and then we want to go to the track. We want to add a track, add float track. Okay, and then you can name this door track or whatever you want to name it. Length, I'm just going to make it for 1 second. Then inside here, we want to right click, add key. So time 0, value 0. I'm going to add another key to curve float, and this one will be 1 and 1. So time 1, value 1. Compile it, save, and then we can just exit there, or we can just go back to event graph. Okay, so from A we will play from start, B reverse. Okay, update, set relative rotation for the door, set relative rotation. Then the new rotation, we want to right click and say split struct pin. From the door track, we want to get alert. Okay, then the door track we'll put into alpha. And then we can hold our the Alt key and click on A just to delete that one. So now when we go to viewport, we want the door, we can press E to get the rotation up, to rotate up to -90. So you can make it -90, -100, 110, whatever you feel like. But I'm just going to make it a -90. So A will stay 0 and B will be -90. And return value, since that will be the Z rotation into the yaw, from return value into the yaw. Okay, let's compile and save. Let's minimize this. Let's press play. Oh, we forgot to drag the door into the stage. Delete this one. Now let's take our BP door and put it in here. Let's rotate it this way or that way, whichever way you want. I think we're going to have it this way. Play. Okay. Press E, open and close. Okay. So the door is working. So that's a simple, easy way to make a door. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one where I'll show you how to make a key. So if you don't have the key, the door won't open. If you got the key, the door will open. So the next tutorial will show you the key and the door. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.